Hi traders, this is Steve Miley's What to Watch this week for the week commencing the 11th of November. Well, the US-China trade talks are continued in the background over the past week, fleshing out this phase one deal. Mostly positive soundings coming out from those trade talks and talks about rolling back of tariffs, and that certainly helped markets, with global financial markets, particularly stock markets, pushing significantly higher. European equity averages making new multi-week, multi-month peaks, and the US stock indices making new record highs in here, the S&P 500, Dow Jones and Nasdaq, all on the back of a more positive tone from those US-Sino, US-China trade talks. In contrast, safe haven securities like the US Treasury bonds have plunged to lower prices, which is to higher yields, and that's also helped out the US dollar. The US dollar also strengthening in here over the past week in here. And this is all on a perception of a global economic recovery, a US-led economic recovery, with the data since the previous week's US employment report was very, very strong. And that's been assisted by both global and US positive data we've had in the past week, the Purchasing Managers Index data from markets and also from the ISM, the Institute of Supply Management, all pointing to a US-led global recovery. And so this is all leaving the fact that the Fed could now be more on hold, at least on hold. We're anticipating the Fed now on hold, having just recently cut interest rates again at the end of October. And now all the threat is growing that we're going to move to a position of a more likely interest rate hike potentially going into next year. Elsewhere on the geopolitical front, the UK Parliament went into recess, and now we are on the election campaign for the 12th of December general election. And we also have the ongoing impeachment in the US, the impeachment inquiry into President Trump. Financial markets still not reacting to this, but potentially looking out for them to react going forward as we go into the end of the year and into 2020. Looking forward to the week ahead, into the 11th, week starting the 11th, we have a US holiday on Monday. Bond markets closed, US stock markets though are open. It's Veterans Day. On the geopolitical side, we're going to keep focusing on the US-China trade talks and anything that comes out of the UK election campaign. On the central bank front, we have the Reserve Bank of New Zealand interest rate decision on Wednesday, with Jerome Powell testifying before Congress on Wednesday and Thursday. On the data front, we have a whole host of data, so please check out our report for that data as we go into this week. We have standouts of UK GDP, we have various inflation data coming through this week, and then end off the week with US retail sales and industrial production. I'm going to wish you all a great trading day.